Good afternoon, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning David Avanesyan. David Avanesyan files official complaint with Nebraska Athletic Commission over the glove scandal. David Avanesyan is prepared for a legal battle to remedy the controversy surrounding his latest ring fight. An official complaint has been filed with the Nebraska Athletic Commission, the NAC, on behalf of Avanesyan, addressing the manner in which Terrence Bud Crawford was permitted to continue with a pair of defective boxing gloves during their WBO welterweight title fight. Crawford scored a highlight reel 6-round knockout in their December 6 BLK Prime pay-per-view main event at the Chi Health Center in his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. The start of the sixth and deciding round was delayed with referee Sparkle Lee called tall time upon observing that both of Crawford's gloves provided by Everlast were coming apart at the seams. Avanesyan, a Russian-born Armenian who is based out of England, was ordered to stand in a neutral corner while Lee escorted Crawford to the ropes while his gloves were examined by a member of Nebraska Commission as well as the on-site WBO supervisor Russell Mora. The discussion ended with the agreement that they would allow the round to proceed before switching out the gloves to Crawford's second approved set before the next round. Of course, there would be no next round because Terrence Crawford knocked out David Avanesyan cold. And quote, I have serious concerns over that issue preceding the stoppage, specifically relating to a clear and obvious defect in Terrence Crawford's gloves and the origination, of the same, which do not appear to be the exact gloves presented at the rules meeting. Nell Marsh, Avanesyan's manager, wrote to the NAC Deputy Athletic Commission, Brian Dunn, in an official letter, a copy of which was obtained by this source. I am sure you are aware that prior to the knockout, both the referee and commission raised concern that the stuffing was visibly coming out of the split gloves of Terrence Crawford, in which was significant for a timeout to be called. The referee correctly called the timeout and consulted the commission, and I assume the WBO supervisor who inspected the gloves before the referee stating, let this round go, then we'll get another, allowing that fight to continue was, in my view, both irresponsible and negligent, and such actions placed Avanesyan in additional danger. Okay, both gloves are busted open. Tarver absorbed. Look at this. Former two-time champ Paul Malignaggi stated on air as Crawford and Avanesyan were instructed to resume action. That is strange, noted lead commentator Todd Grisham. You would think that the cut in the gloves, if Crawford were to hit Avanesyan the right way, it could slice his head wide open. Rarely do the gloves disintegrate, but they do happen, and the gloves can split at the seams, which raises suspicion as to whether the gloves had been previously worn or dried, weakening the construction of the stitching. This is a long process. I would want to know what David would want. Would he want money? Would he want a rematch? Would he, because he has a case. Because what could have happened and what they should have done was they should have timed that fight, took those fucking gloves off, put the other ones on right then and there. They should have not allowed that round to go on, because to my understanding, I think it was a full round. I think this was at the very beginning where they were inspecting the gloves, and it was decided by multiple sources, by multiple people, to allow this fight to continue, or allow that round to continue, before switching those gloves out. See, at this point, if I'm David Avanesyan and I was knocked out cold, but the way I was knocked out were due to some gloves that were already suspect, damaged, more than likely perceived worn or defective, I would do exactly that. And if I'm on the team of David Avanesyan, that's exactly what I would do. I would push that to the limit, because the way it was handled was piss poor. The only thing that it affects both fighters, really, because, haters of Terrence Crawford will say that, oh, well, they were worn and we don't know, maybe he used them before, shit like that. But I think that they made the wrong decision. It was irresponsible. And here's the problem. You don't know if that knockout was aided by the defection of the gloves. You don't know that. And there's no way to prove that. The only way that we'll know is Terrence Crawford fights David Avanesyan again. Okay, and if he knocks him out again, okay, that's the only way, with gloves that are stable and licensed and has passed several tests, right? That's the only way you know. So if David, either he wants a rematch or he wants money, I think, hey, I say give it to him. Unfortunately, because voluntary or whatever, they handled that wrong. And David Avanesyan looks like he's in for a hell of a lawsuit, because I seen this coming. But nonetheless, they handled that wrong. I think they need to be responsible for their own actions. And I think they need to pay the man, or give that man a rematch. And by giving that man a rematch, you still got to pay the man. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of David Avanesyan and his team filing a lawsuit against the Nebraska State Athletic Commission. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.